Okay, welcome to my video. We have a few things happening that we're going to take a peek at. We're going to set up a Flightradar24 ADSB node for getting the contributor plan. So basically you can save yourself $500 a year, I think, and you can give data to Flightradar and they'll be like, hey, thanks for the data. Here's the full access to everything. So I think if you're in an obscure location, they can send you one for free that you just have to set up. But in this case, you can also provide your own, which is what we're going to be doing in this video. There is a Raspberry Pi downloadable file thing that you can get. I have mine on a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W because they're really cheap, they're really small, and it seems to run okay. I haven't had any issues, and I didn't find anywhere online that said they weren't supported, so we're just gonna go through that today. So what I would recommend doing is buying one of these, Raspberry Pi Zero 2W, and oftentimes they come with these little kits. And so like this one, for example, comes with a USB hub from USB, like a micro USB. It's not gonna really show up, there you go. Micro USB to USB-A, mini HDMI to HDMI adapter, micro USB like power switch because these Zero 2Ws only have mini HDMI and micro USB inputs. You will also need a little SD card. This one's like a 16, this one's a 16 gigabyte one. A micro USB reader just for writing the Raspberry Pi OS to the Raspberry Pi. First things first, I'm going to put this little heat shield heat sink onto my Pi because this came with the kit that I bought. There's some like little thermal pad looking pasty thingies. We'll throw those on there. This thing doesn't get too hot. You don't really need the thermal heatsink part of it if you're going to put it in an open area, but if you're going to put it somewhere kind of cramped, would not hurt to have a bit extra heat dissipation. The time is 7:27, so I'm going to try to do this whole thing without stopping, just to give you an idea of how long it will take for you. So that's all on there, little Raspberry Pi thingy. Next, we need a laptop. So I'm going to pull up a laptop right here. This will be to get the Raspberry Pi image from Flightradar24, but I want to show you the temperatures from it. That's the other Flightradar node I have right now. There's no heat sink on it, and it is running like 113 degrees on my wooden shelf. You know, they do run a bit warm, but not crazy warm. Flightradar24 Raspberry Pi. Here we go. Build your own, whatever. So this is what we need. Click here. And it says build your own. It's called Pi 24, isn't that cute? So we can build our own with the stuff. And when I say stuff, you're gonna need a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W. You're also gonna need an ADSB receiver. This is for, it's this one right here. Are you ready? Okay. Whoop. That's the one. That's the one I bought. A few of the different ones work with this to build your own receiver with. This is just the one that I'm going to configure it all with. I'm not a genius. I don't know how this stuff actually works really, but basically airplanes send out signals and these receive the signals that you can share to Flightradar24. So what we're going to do is hit download Pi 24 right here, and we're going to download this image zip dealio into my downloads folder. It's like a gig. That's pretty crazy. I didn't think it would be that big. Kind of gives you some instructions. It says it supports newer things, needs a power supply, the ADSB dongle, that's what this thing is, and a 8 gigabyte minimum requirement SD card, so mine's 16, so I'm good. Okay, well, we're just gonna follow the steps. So we're gonna go to Etcher next and download that, and we're just gonna go with, probably didn't need that, the other one, and we're gonna get that installed. Okay, we're gonna flash from file, and we're going to select that one that we downloaded, the Raspberry Pi Flightradar24. And when you get to select target, that's when you have to get your micro SD card. Is that what? Yeah, micro SD. Get one of these, plug it in there to the one that you have, and plug it into your laptop or whatever you have, your computer. Put that there, do select target, select this, whichever one you have, Select the thing and flash. Wow. And it's gonna do all the stuff. It's gonna wipe all the data off of all your, what you call it, off of the SD card. So don't use one that you have all your family pictures on. That would be bad. It's kind of taking a while. 18 minutes. Why is it taking so long? I did not think it would be that long, so that is unfortunate. So it might take like 20 minutes for that part. Okay, after like 20 minutes it finished, it's trying to validate, but we're just gonna blow past that. So now we're gonna go down here to File Explorer, we're gonna go to Boot FS, and we're gonna look for a file, WPA supplicant configuration. So for this, you can just right click it, edit in Notepad, should be fine. You're gonna need to enter your SSID and your Wi-Fi password. I'm not going to show you mine just because I don't trust you. And I don't know if this step is required if you're trying to do it on Ethernet, so you may not have to do this on Ethernet. Okay, once you have that done, you can just save that file, and that should be good. Let's see, enter your country code. So I guess I missed that part. Let me do that real quick too. I got too carried away. Country code. That's weird how that's a requirement. Okay, so you gotta click here, I guess, to country. I'm assuming that the United States is US, but I just wanna make sure. We'll go here, United States. Oh, yeah, US. Figured that was the case, but you never know. US, save the file again, and exit. We don't have a sharing key. That is a thing we do later. So next, we just plug it into the Raspberry Pi, and on our computer or the local area network connected smartphone or tablet, we can click on the link and it will detect our Pi24 and ask us to register it. I don't think that's worked for me in the past. We'll give it a shot though. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna take out my micro SD card and unplug this thing and just throw it on the floor, and we're gonna grab the Pi right here, take this little guy and plug it into the Pi. There we go. So that's in there now. Awesome. Then we need to give this power. Plug this into this. And I have like a little outlet back here. Oh, I need to do one thing first. I have to, we need to do the ADSB dongle first. So we actually have to use this for that. We have our NESDR Mini 2 R820T2 STR in DVB-T. Going to pull out this antenna real quick. Okay, so this only has 2 micro USB outputs. So this will give us some more room because this one's doing the power and we need one for USB for the antenna. So we're just gonna take this hub, plug it in here like this, plug in this thing. So this has a cap USB-A plug right there. There's a little antenna cable circle thing. So you take your actual telescoping antenna, and ideally you should put this near a window or on your roof. I usually just put it by a window just because it's easier. So it's not going to catch as many planes compared to if it was outside, but that's okay. It's also kind of light on the base. Take this thing, you plug it in here. I think you just push it right in. Yep, it clicks into place really satisfyingly. Gonna plug the adapter into power. We'll see if it powers on. You see this is blue, that's probably easier to see. Looks kind of, it's blue, so it's on. So now that that is on, I'm going to flip back to my laptop and click on the link that it is saying we can click on. And it says we need to log in first, so I'm going to use my actual. No devices found. Shucks. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this is what happens usually for me. I don't think I've ever had this activate new receiver thing work. So we need to get our device's IP address for the new receiver that we want to set up. You know, we have to run this command, basically. And so there's a few different ways to do that. Kind of depends on how your network is set up. You should be able to log into the Raspberry Pi itself with the mini HDMI cable to a regular HDMI cable. You plug a keyboard into it, you can do it that way. Or if you already know the IP address, you can just use that instead. Is 164. So this is my Raspberry Pi that I need. Here we go. How to SSH into the Pi. We're going to use SSH, which is a way to log into different network systems in a secure way. So basically type this in, just SSH Pi at the IP address of the device, click enter. It's gonna say, hey, this key is whatever, just say yes. What the hell is Pi? Oh, I'm stupid, it says Raspberry right there, so do that instead. Yay, look at that, it's Flightradar24. Basically what we have to do is we have to go here and run this command. So you do that, it'll download the configuration thingy and it will run it right after. And we'll let that do its magic. Shouldn't be very big. I thought this would take it might take like an hour. We started at like 7:24, I think. It's 8:14. So while it's loading, we're gonna do some science and we're gonna do a little comparison test. I'm gonna pull out my little thermal camera. So that's like at 90 degrees, 93. Okay, so like 90 degrees, 88. Versus the other one over there, the other Pi 24 currently running at 107. So, a bit of a 17 degrees difference. All right, so all the times I hit enter, it was trying to put an email in there at this point. So I'm gonna put my email in here. So I haven't used a sharing key for this particular device. I'm just gonna go next. Do no on the MLAT calculations. The latitude of the antenna. So basically where you're gonna put the antenna. This altitude. It's going to verify the stuff, and we would like the settings. We're going to do yes. So this one is important. You want to do number 1. Do number 1. Don't do any other numbers, because then you have to do all this again, and it sucks. So just hit enter. We'll do no on that one. And for this one, we will do no. I don't think we need that. It's going to submit the data. And it's going to try to run all the stuff. And you're going to be like, hey, does this thing work? Is it working? If I go down here to your account, and hey, look, I see another one. I see a different, I don't want to dox myself where I live. It goes by the nearest airport code. So mine is saying offline though. So it's not showing up as online there, which you might freak out and be like, oh, it's broken, it doesn't work. Calm down, it's okay, don't worry. But it gives you a command here, let's try that. FR24 feed status. So it says connected UDP process running. And it says receiver connected. Tracked aircraft or AC, I'm assuming, 5. Another way to verify that is if you put the IP address of that device. Basically, you can see if you type in your IP address, :8754, you can see all the stuff. So right now it's tracking 6 aircraft. That's just right here. And this is probably like 3 feet from a window. So really close actually, and it's still tracking 6 aircraft. It's not even a good spot to do that. So if you put this on your roof or something, it's gonna go crazy style. And that gives you access to view all of the various radars, or just everything. You get the full suite of tools. It's like, geez, that's a lot of airplanes, right? That's nuts. It's pretty spiffy. So there you have it. It took like an hour and 10 minutes, I'd say. Yours might be faster. Not sure why mine was so long on the stuff for the actual process of that thing. Getting all the things installed, but yeah, let me know if you found this helpful or if you didn't like it or whatever, and thanks. Okay, bye-bye.